Malaysia Indonesia to release fishermen held for trespassing in each other's waters. Malaysia to assist Thailand find and arrest escaped Uyghur detainees. Good evening, I'm Amin Carlos and this is News on 2. Now, Malaysia and Indonesia have agreed to an immediate release of all the arrested fishermen by both countries for trespassing in each other's waters. And the agreement was reached between Prime Minister Dato Seri Najib Tun Razak and Indonesian President Joko Widodo at the 12th Malaysia Indonesia Annual Leaders Consultation today. At a press conference after the meeting, Dato Seri Najib Tun Razak said the decision was reached to free the fishermen immediately to enable them to resume their livelihood in their own countries.
Kami berdua, Presiden Indonesia dan saya bersetuju bahawa nelayan-nelayan yang telah pun ditahan oleh kedua-dua negara berdasarkan pada tangkapan bahawa mereka telah melakukan pencerobohan waktu mereka melakukan tangkapan ikan. Kami bersetuju bahawa mereka ni adalah orang miskin dan oleh itu tidak wajar penahanan mereka diteruskan.
According to Dato Seri Najib, both nations reach an agreement on various issues, political, economic, social matters and border cooperation. He said that they also discussed the restriction imposed by the European Union on the import of palm oil from Malaysia and Indonesia. The European Parliament had called for a single certified sustainable palm oil scheme for Europe-bound palm and other vegetable oil exports to ensure they are produced in an environmentally sustainable way. Following that, palm oil producers from Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand and Papua New Guinea will work together to oppose the discrimination of the restriction. Deputy Prime Minister Dato Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi disclosed today that the Royal Malaysian Police, PDRM, will work with the ASEAN Police and Interpol to help Thailand capture the 20 Uyghur from escape from the Thai detention center early on Monday and reportedly entered Malaysia. Now, he said PDRM would share intelligence information with the Thai security authorities to find and arrest those who escaped from the Sadao Immigration Detention Center close to the Malaysian-Thai common border.
So we have received information from Thailand and we are tracking them and they are still at large and they're not to confirm whether they are here in our country, but definitely if they are here, we know how to get them.
According to Thai Deputy Prime Minister General Prawit Wongsuwan, 5 of the 20 Uyghurs fugitives were caught and the rest are believed to have crossed the border into Malaysia. Thailand has sought Malaysia's assistance to trace the fugitives. The Uyghurs are part of the estimated 200 being held at Thai immigration detention centers and waiting to be sent back to China on Beijing's insistence. Meanwhile, Kedah police have confirmed today that one of the Uyghurs have escaped from a Thai detention center early on Monday was detained yesterday. Kedah Police Chief Dato Azri Yusof said the Thai authorities have been informed that the Uyghur fugitive is currently being held at the Jitra police station.
Dia ni warga Turki, dia bangsa apa baik Uyghur. Dia ni bangsa Uyghur, dia tak ada kerajaan.
Tak ada kerajaan, dia ni nak kata Turki dah, Cina dah, tapi dia declare dia Turki.
Dia duduk di mana? Dia reside di mana?
Sempadan.
Sempadan. Dia tak ada kerajaan.
Cina dah.
Dia Muslim.
Dia Muslim.
Dia agama
jalan kaki ya. 8 km daripada Sadao tu ke Sempadan.
Nama Muhammad Imin, MOHAMMATIMIN.
Dato Azri said the fugitive was found by members of the public in the Bukit Tangga area in Bukit Kayu Hitam, Kedah. Deputy Prime Minister Dato Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi has issued a stern warning to non-profit organizations or NPOs not to abuse their funds to support terrorist activities. And should they be found financing terrorist activities, the NPOs concerned will face the full brunt of the law. In his keynote address at the third Counter-Terrorism Financing Summit hosted by Bank Negara in Kuala Lumpur today, Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid said a prerequisite for effectively countering a terror network is to cut off all forms of financing.
Kita mempunyai Jabatan Siasatan Jenayah untuk jenayah perdagangan. Termasuklah juga kita mempunyai satu unit khas anti kekerasan sebagaimana yang kita ketahui, dan kita melakukan usaha-usaha untuk tracking bukan saja manusia tetapi termasuk penyaluran dana untuk membiayai aktiviti kekerasan ini.
Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid said Malaysia stressed on the importance of the soft approach in fighting terrorism and its financing activities, with emphasis on prevention and rehabilitation. Health Minister Datuk Sri Dr. S. Subramaniam today announced that the construction of the 300 million ringgit hospital in Padang Besar will begin next year. And he said the project allocations are ready and tenders have been issued.
Peruntukan telah disediakan di dalam rolling plan kedua RMK 11. So itu isunya bila dia punya pembangunan akan mula sajalah, tapi daripada segi kelulusan dan semua sudah dilulus. So ini dulu menjadi satu perbincangan, sekarang sudah jadi satu kenyataan.
Currently, the project is in the contractor procurement phase that is expected to end in early 2018, after which construction will begin. A total of 5,392 foreigners are languishing in detention centres in Sabah for illegally entering the state. And Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Dr. Sri Shahidan Kasim, today told the Dewan Rakyat that out of that number, 303 Indonesian detainees would be deported tomorrow via Tawau. The minister added that since 1990, a total of 563,192 foreigners have been deported for various reasons.
Kita tidak dapat menafikan bahawa keamanan dan kemakmuran negeri Sabah telah menjadi tarikan kemasukan pendatang asing tanpa izin dari Filipina dan Indonesia. Kerajaan telah dan akan terus melaksanakan langkah-langkah pencegahan kemasukan warga asing secara tidak sah ke Sabah dan melipat gandakan usaha pengusiran mereka ke negara asal.
Last year, Datuk Sri Shahidan said 1.1 million foreigners had entered Sabah legally, while up to August 31st this year, the number was 544,000. He reiterated the government's commitment to ensure that the illegal entry of foreigners into Sabah was reduced and called on the public's cooperation by not employing maids and workers illegally. The proposal by PKR Whip Chief Dato' Johari Abdul to review the block voting to pass the Budget 2018 allocation for the Domestic Trade, Cooperatives and Consumerism Ministry was rejected today. And according to Deputy Speaker Dato' Sri Ismail Muhammad said the result of the vote was final.
Undian belah bagi kita telah jalankan juga peraturan mesyuarat, dan penghitung-penghitung undian juga telah menyerahkan secara rasmi di dalam Dewan kepada setiausaha Dewan, dan setiausaha Dewan juga telah memastikan bahawa bilangan adalah tepat dan betul dan telah diumumkan oleh Yang Berhormat Speaker semasa itu.
Dato' Johari, who was also Member of Parliament for Sungai Petani, claimed that according to information that he received, the number of yes votes and nay votes were equal at 52. The Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development and employment agencies are working together to identify areas of work suitable for the homeless. And according to the Deputy Minister, Dato' Azizah Muhammad Dun, the department will send the homeless for training to strengthen their skills.
Bagi gelandangan yang berumur di bawah 60 tahun, masih produktif, boleh bekerja, kita akan antar satu ke desa bina diri, di mana mereka akan diberikan training, latihan dalam berbagai bidang, bidang keusahawanan, bidang pertanian.
Dato' Azizah was responding to an additional question by Lipis Member of Parliament Dato' Abdul Rahman Muhammad. Meanwhile, Dato' Azizah said that about 1,207 homeless people living in the Rumah Transit Kuala Lumpur has already secured jobs and returned home to their families. Sarawak police confirmed the human remains that was found in Bukit Ruan forest in Simunjan, Sarawak on Monday were that of Desmond Deve, the 2-year-old who was reported missing on November 6th. According to State CID Chief SAC Datuk Dev Kumar, this was confirmed by Desmond's parents via the clothes he was wearing and post-mortem results. However, the cause of death have yet to be determined as the body was badly decomposed, and police were also unable to determine whether there was criminal element in the case or how the victim's body had ended up 5 kilometers from his home. He said police have no intention in taking action against the victim's parents yet. And the law provides for parents or guardians to be subject to action under Section 33 of the Child Act 2001 for leaving children without reasonable care and supervision. According to the report lodged by the victim's family on November 6th, the grandmother had just given him a bath and left him on a chair in the living room before continuing with her chores. He was last seen at around 1 p.m. that day. A 38-year-old father was charged in Aikro court today on 2 counts of incest against his biological daughter, aged 18, in the last 2 years. And the accused pleaded not guilty to the charge, which was read by a court interpreter before Judge Norma Ismail. And on the first count, the accused was charged for committing incest against the victim, who was then aged 16 years, 11 months, at a house located in Bukit Katil in Melaka, Tengah District back in November 2015. And as for the second count, the accused was charged for repeating the act on the victim, then aged 18 years, 9 months, in the same location at 12:30 midnight of November 14 last Tuesday. Earlier, the prosecution, conducted by Deputy Public Prosecutor Muhammad Azri Zakaria, proposed no bail as an incest offence is non-bailable. The accused, who was unrepresented, pleaded to the court to try to ask the victim to withdraw the police report. Muhammad Azri, however, insisted there has been no withdrawal of police reports made so far, and it is understood that the matter was only called for by the mother of the victim and the accused himself upon hearing submissions from both parties. And Judge Norma then set December 21st for a case remention. A Vietnamese shipping agent today pleaded not guilty in the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court of 2 counts of offering a 350,000 ringgit bribe to Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency, MMEA officers. Tran Thi Mai, 41, who is also known as Dato' Maimuna, allegedly offered a kickback to a middleman to be paid to MMEA officer Captain Amran Daud as inducement to release 4 Vietnamese fishing boats seized by the agency in Tanjung Sedili, Kota Tinggi, Johor. She is reported to be married to a Malaysian. On the first count, the mother of 4 is alleged to have given 300,000 ringgit to middleman Muhammad Sani Abdullah to be paid to Captain Amran on May 2nd. On the second count, she is accused of giving 50,000 ringgit to Muhammad Sani to be paid to Captain Amran, and the offence was allegedly committed on May 12. If found guilty, Tran faces a maximum jail term of 20 years and a fine 5 times the graft money, or 10,000 ringgit, whichever is higher. And bail is set at 250,000 ringgit with 2 sureties. The hearing before Judge Madiha Hairullah was adjourned in the afternoon to allow the accused to get a Malaysian bailer, and the case is set for mention on December 20th. A 38-year-old single mother of 4 children was detained for stealing belongings of worshippers at the University Science Malaysia's Al Malik Khalid Mosque last night. And the full-time Uber driver was tested positive for methamphetamine by police after her arrest near an automated teller machine at the Glugor campus. Timor-Laos Police Chief ACP Anwar Omar said the woman could be involved in at least 20 cases of stealing from worshippers during prayer time since January this year. He said the suspect said she resorted to stealing to pay off her ahlong debts of 10,000 ringgit.
MO dia pura-pura semayang, dan di saat orang menunaikan solat tu dia akan ambil kesempatan untuk curi beg, dan tumpuan dia utama adalah barang berharga, iaitu barang kemas, handphone dan wang tunai saja. Kebanyakan beg-beg ni akan dibuang.
Briefing reporters today, he said items confiscated by the police included handphones, handbags, purses and pawn shop receipts. He said the woman has been active at the mosque in USM and Surau at Pulau Pinang Hospital. ACP Anwar said her children are aged between 7 and 17, with one of them disabled. The woman has been remanded for 4 days from yesterday to be investigated under Section 380 of the Penal Code for theft. A 46-year-old farmer was remanded today for 7 days in the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, widening corruption probe involving paddy fertilizer. Now, it is believed that the farmer colluded with a 38-year-old Malacca Area Farmers Organization, or PPK, project manager who submitted 23 false claims amounting to 2.54 million ringgit involving 56,700 bags of fertilizer last year, which had not been approved by the Malacca PPK's screening board. The suspect is being held under Section 18 of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Act 2009. The remand order was issued by Magistrate Hurman Hussein at the Malacca Magistrates Court. Yesterday, the project manager was remanded for 6 days to assist in MACC's investigation under Section 18 of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Act 2009 for providing false claims. The fertilizer should have been distributed to paddy farmers who were participating in the federal government paddy fertilization scheme as BPKP. However, the project manager is believed to have resold the fertilizer for personal gain. Let's take a look at the latest weekly fuel price effective midnight. Maybank launched a security verification service comprising of face and voice recognition to facilitate customer access to their entire Maybank account portfolio through the Maybank to You application. Now, this new service makes Maybank the first bank in Malaysia to offer 3 characteristic login authentication biometrics on mobile application devices. Now, Chairman of Maybank Malaysian Financial Services Community, Dato' Hamirullah Burhan, said the strategy aims to strengthen services in the digital space, in addition to meeting customer demand to increase the speed and ease of transactions. The number of customers using mobile applications has recorded an impressive growth since Maybank first included the biometric fingerprint authentication in 2015. And for the month of October alone, Maybank customers have signed in to the mobile application a whopping 60 million times, an increase of 100% as compared to the month of January. News on to. In our top story, Malaysia to assist Thailand find escaped Uyghur detainees who reportedly entered Malaysia. And do join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon for more updates. Till then, I'm Amin Carlos. Good night and thanks for watching.